I'm presenting now the joint research activity number 3, which is entitled a research toolbox using non or minimally invasive experimental tool methods in pig studies. Can I go forward? I don't see that.
You want to change the slide?
Yeah, can you go forward, please? Thanks. So we have the main objective is to develop a toolbox that can be used in non-invasive experimental pig research, and we have 3 tasks. The first one is to develop algorithms. We'll talk about that in the next slides, and then test these algorithms or test novel proxies and methods in different research infrastructures, and then at the end get all this data together and update the model algorithms we developed in the first step. So now, can you go to the next slide, please? So as I said, we have 3 tasks. This one is the first one, which will be led by Veronica from Hungary. So the goal is that we assemble some historical data from different research infrastructure, from growth performance trials, using a range of existing proxies and methods. And proxies which we think are available could be like birth weight, weaning weight, body development, as well as welfare indicators and other traits like body temperatures and so on. And this data, they will be then assembled and standardized with the help of WP3, of people partners of WP3, to establish a single database according to the FAIR principles, as Catherine already explained. So this database will then be used to develop these model algorithms, which can be some which have already been developed in previous studies, or new algorithms, and with the goal to phenotypically characterize and rank the pigs in relation to the traits which are collected. So we aim to develop different algorithms depending on the availability also of the measured traits of the different growth performance studies we have available. So next slide, please. The aim of task 7.2, thank you, is then this task is led by Patrick Schlegel, a colleague of mine at Agroscope, and there is the aim is to complement the data in the database developed in the previous task by recording a number of traits using existing and newly developed proxies and methods under different experimental conditions. So we want to generate this data in 4 different research infrastructures, and by performing growth performance trials using pigs from different sexes, breeds, and under different environmental conditions. And the performance traits that we will use thus are existing proxies and methods, which will then be recorded using the SOPs developed in WP2, so that we use those SOPs to standardize already this data collection. In addition, at least, or it's foreseen that at least 2 new proxies and methods developed in WP5 and 6 will be used and introduced in those experiments. Next slide, please. So the last task is then use the new data we have collected in the task 7.2 to test the robustness of the algorithms we already developed in task 7.1 and to modify them if needed. So this task will also be led by Veronica, and the goal is that the outcome of this analysis will show if how accurate the model algorithms are to phenotypically characterize and rank these pigs in relation to these traits I showed before. And then at the end, we want to write a report and provide recommendations to researchers on the types and frequency of proxies and methods to be recorded, and to describe the impact of different factors which can affect the robustness of these model algorithms. That's then the report we will deliver. That's all.